Okay, here is my simulator. I got 2, 4, 5 monitors, outside views. I have the EMUTEQ Avidyne PFD and MFD, and I also have a Garmin 530. This is all made by EMUTEQ with the FlyThisSim software driving it. Steve made this for me at EMUTEQ. The 2 top units and the 530 on the bottom. Let's see if and you have to kind of forgive the camera because I can't get good shots with everything without the right software to mix it. So there's the Avidyne PFD and the MFD and the Garmin 530, and I just have a makeshift dashboard right now until I build it out. I just started it. I'll probably go a commercial one, make it look nice. Then we have our outside monitors. I'm flying a Sirius, and the side monitor, I'll go ahead and sit down here. See if I can zoom all the way back. Do the best I can. And so I haven't put the sidewalls on the simulator yet, so inside of it's not finished at all. So we're going to plan a flight from Stead in Nevada. It's I believe KRTS symbol, and then we're going to do an approach to Reno. We'll set up the PFD to do an ILS, and so right here we'll have a GPS layout, but we're actually going to fly the ILS. So I'll punch the button here, and there's the ILS for Reno. It's at 110.9 frequency, and you can see that we're set up on that right now. The runway is actually 16 when we get there. Let's see if I can pull this around. So let me back these knobs and back this back just a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. As you can see, I'm rotating around to 16. It hasn't been tracking. Usually when you go to an ILS, usually the bar will set up on the runway. But I'm having to do it myself manually at this point until I figure out why it's not doing it by itself. So I set it up roughly at 16. You can see the mark there is already there, but the bar wasn't there. I'll go ahead and flip on back to GPS. I'll come over here to the MFD. And I'll fire the MFD up. I haven't started it yet. And let me come down here a little bit on this. If I'm jittery, it's because I don't have a tripod. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to push this button for full fuel. So I'll push it. I got full fuel. Come over here to fuel done, and it'll kick me to the mount. And so with this knob here, I'll go ahead and zoom in to where I'm at, and well, you can see that Stead Air Force Base, or used to be Air Force Base, KRTS. And I'll come back here. I'll go to declutter with this button here. I think I'll be able to get it. That's the best we can do, get everything off. And if we zoom in more on the map, the closer you get, the farther it looks like you're from the airport, but we're actually right on the airport. So if I back out the knob here, you can see that it'll put me right on it if I get the right setting. I'm actually at one end of the runway, or one end of the airport. So it looks like the airport, I mean the aircraft is off of the airport. In actuality, it's a 5-mile screen resolution. If I use my button down here, I can turn it and it'll go to 10 miles. You can zoom in here, and then 15 miles, 20 miles, 30 miles, and so on and forth. So I'll come back here to say about a 2 mile. And it shows that I'm not actually on the airport, but the airport's at least 2 miles long as far as the buildings and where it sees it at. If I come to a 5 mile, it'll show me it there, and if I'm at a 10-mile resolution, then it shows me right at the end of the airport. So I'll stay with a 2 mile. Down at the bottom down here, we can turn our knobs and get different things like that. Let me turn it one more time. We get the nearest airports, or if we wanted to select ones, right now it says the nearest one is Reno Stead, KRTS. I can actually cycle it down. Reno International is the next one, and so on. I keep cycling it down with the knobs, and of course you have other selections that you can do with the buttons, airport info, and push that, and it should tell you the different runways. In a real aircraft, it would have the actual ones. So we'll go ahead and flip on back to the map, and I'll zoom back here a little bit and come down to the car sim made by EMUTEQ. It is, I'll go ahead and start it up now with, I don't know if you can see my hand here, pushing this button here, and it'll cycle through just like on the real ones. And so get there, and then it'll set up on the first. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to punch in a direct here. Let me stop this just for a second.